What if the dream of living in the Philippines turned into your worst retirement mistake? Because while some places are paradise, others are places many expats quietly leave after just a few months. And today, we're revealing the places expats say they wish they never moved to. For decades, the Philippines has been one of the most popular retirement destinations in the world. Beautiful beaches, friendly locals, low cost of living. But here's the reality many don't talk about. Not every place in the Philippines is ideal for expats. Some areas struggle with heavy traffic, high crime, extreme isolation, poor infrastructure, expensive living costs, limited healthcare. And for retirees especially, those things can quickly turn paradise into a daily struggle. So today, we're breaking down some of the worst places to live in the Philippines for expats and retirees, and more importantly, why. Now, that doesn't mean these places are terrible. Many are great for visiting, but living there long-term is a completely different experience. Manila. Let's start with the capital. At first glance, Manila seems like the obvious place to live. It has international hospitals, airports, malls, restaurants, nightlife. But many expats discover something quickly. Manila can be exhausting to live in. Traffic alone is infamous. Commuting just 10 kilometers can take 2 hours during rush hour. Pollution is another challenge. For retirees hoping for a peaceful tropical lifestyle, Manila can feel like living in a crowded megacity instead of a beach paradise. Some expats thrive here, but many eventually move somewhere quieter. Quezon City. Technically part of Metro Manila, Quezon City is actually the largest city in the region. It has everything: universities, entertainment, malls, hospitals. But it also shares Manila's biggest problem: urban chaos. Many neighborhoods experience heavy congestion, flooding during rainy season, long travel times. And while housing can be cheaper than Manila's luxury areas, the lifestyle still feels very big city and fast-paced. For retirees dreaming of island living, this environment can quickly feel overwhelming. Angeles City. Angeles City in Pampanga is famous among expats, especially the nightlife district known as Fields Avenue. Some foreigners love the social scene, but others eventually realize something important. Living in a party destination can get old very quickly. Common complaints include loud nightlife, transient communities, rising rent prices. For retirees seeking peace and stability, Angeles City sometimes feels more like a permanent vacation zone than a long-term home. Olongapo. Once a booming town because of the U.S. naval base at Subic Bay, Olongapo has changed dramatically. Today, some expats say the area feels like a city still trying to reinvent itself. Problems sometimes mentioned include aging infrastructure, uneven development, limited job opportunities. While nearby Subic offers better amenities, living in Olongapo itself can feel less appealing for retirees looking for comfort and convenience. Zamboanga City. Zamboanga is culturally fascinating. Spanish-influenced architecture, unique language, beautiful coastal scenery. However, the city has historically faced security concerns related to regional conflicts in parts of Mindanao. While many residents live normal daily lives, the perception of instability causes some expats to feel uncomfortable relocating there. For retirees seeking peace of mind, that uncertainty can be a major factor. Tacloban. Tacloban is forever linked to the devastating Typhoon Haiyan. Although the city has rebuilt impressively, the region remains highly vulnerable to powerful storms. For expats unfamiliar with typhoon seasons, this can be stressful. Preparing homes, stocking supplies, evacuations. Some retirees decide they would rather live in areas less exposed to extreme weather. Baguio. Baguio is often called the summer capital of the Philippines. Cool climate, pine forests, mountain scenery. But tourism has exploded in recent years. During holidays, the city experiences massive traffic jams, overcrowded streets, long waiting times everywhere. Some expats love Baguio, but others find the constant tourist crowds frustrating. General Santos City. Yeah, you know it as Manny Pacquiao's hometown. boxing pride, bustling fishing hub, fresh seafood everywhere. Sounds exotic and affordable, right? But for a retiree or expat looking for long-term peace, this place has a very specific, challenging set of problems that stack up fast. GenSan sits right at the southern tip of Mindanao in South Cotabato province, the southmost highly urbanized city in the Philippines. Getting to major expat hubs like Cebu or Manila, you're looking at 1 to 2 hour flights from Francisco Bangoy International Airport, and those flights can be expensive, infrequent, or straight up canceled during bad weather. For retirees, especially if a medical emergency hits, that's terrifying. The nearest world-class hospital, a long haul away. No quick medevac options like you'd have in Cebu or Manila. It's not without charms, genuinely affordable, remarkable food scene around the tuna port, hard-working and friendly locals, but as a long-term base for a foreign retiree, the combo of healthcare limits, geographic isolation, and those regional security concerns makes it a spot I wouldn't recommend unless you have very specific reasons, family ties, a business operation, and a crystal-clear contingency plan. Cotabato City. The situation in the Bangsamoro region of Mindanao has genuinely evolved and improved since the Bangsamoro Organic Law passed in 2018 and was implemented through 2019. That's created the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, a significant step addressing decades of separatist conflict. Real progress has happened. And yet, for a foreign retiree considering this area as a home base, the honest assessment is that it remains one of the highest risk locations in the entire country. I'd be doing you a disservice to pretend otherwise. Beyond security, Cotabato City's infrastructure, roads, water supply reliability, power consistency, healthcare facilities, lags significantly behind comparable urban centers. Bottom line, progress is real, but for expats and retirees, the risks, especially security and access to reliable services, make this one of the spots to avoid unless you have ironclad reasons and plans. Ermita and Malate. These two districts, technically within the city of Manila, sitting just south of Intramuros and facing Manila Bay, are heavily marketed to arriving foreign visitors as the heart of Manila's expat scene. Convenient, central, affordable, English-friendly, that's the promo spiel you see everywhere. But here's what the glossy ads, vlogs, and real estate pitches never mention. What Ermita and Malate actually represent is a deeply problematic environment for anyone planning to stay longer than a night or two. Especially in 2026, with ongoing reports of rising petty crime, persistent scams, and urban decay, this area traps short-term tourists and lures in naive expats or retirees who think central Manila equals easy living. Legazpi City. Home to majestic Mayon volcano. Picture perfect? Sure, until it erupts. Why is it hell for expats? Natural disasters top the list. Mayon's active, last major eruption in 2023, displaced 80,000. In 2026, ash falls are frequent, triggering evacuations. Retirees can't hike to safety zones fast. Pagasa warns of lar flows during rains. Pollution. Volcanic gases mix with urban smog, AQI 100 plus, worse than Manila some days. Respiratory issues skyrocket, bad for seniors with pre-existing conditions.